I'm a huge fan. If you're moving into a new community, just go hard, or ham as they like to say, hard as a mofo. Go ham with open houses and do open houses every opportunity you get. I would literally be doing open houses 4 times a week. Welcome to the Whissel Way Podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with eXp Realty here in San Diego, California.
And my name is Bryan Koci, Media Marketing Director here at Whissel Realty Group in California, in San Diego. Nope, just keep going.
You always got to make it awkward.
I love you, man.
I love you, bro. Give me like one of those little shoulder shrug things you do.
No shrugs.
Cool. All right, so that's his other tell. Shoulder shrug and the cool. All right, guys, the goal of our show is to give you the tools and techniques you need to go out there and crush it in your business. The way that we like to do this is to answer the questions that you have. We don't like to guess at what you want to know. We just let you ask us questions, and we answer them here on the show. The best way to get those questions to us is via our Facebook page, and the way to get connected to that is go Facebook group. Best way to get connected to that is go to thewhisselway.com, thewhisselway.com. You can join our Facebook group on there. You can also subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel, and a couple other little benefits on there. Go ahead, Bryan.
You can also join the referral network. I got lost there for a second. You can join our referral network. We always have people leaving California, going to other areas. So we are working on filling out our map of referral partners. So you can join that, and you can learn about our upcoming events. The Media Mayor Mastermind, we plan on doing 2 or 3 this year. March is almost sold out, which you'll probably hear this after the March event.
You're supposed to make this evergreen, Bryan.
No, that's fine. They can hear. If I'm telling it, that's fine. So if you want to know about the next one, check it out on thewhisselway.com.
What was that?
What?
That's okay.
Dang it.
All right, guys. It's time to dive in. What is our question for the day?
So our question comes from Rich Brecklin. He is in Peoria. I sure hope that's right. I don't know.
Which Peoria?
Illinois.
Okay. There's Peoria, Arizona, too.
I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. He might not be in anywhere. But
He's got to be somewhere.
Rich asks a lot of great questions in the group. I really appreciate him being on. And his question is, if you were to start over in a new market in the next 12 months where you knew no one, what would your plan be?
All
so
right.
You're moving out of San Diego as an agent. You're going to, first, where would you go?
Why would you ever leave San Diego?
I know, but if you had to.
I once had somebody in Victorville tell me, like, hey, if you ever have any referrals, anybody's moving San Diego to Victorville, let me know. I was like, honestly, like, if somebody's leaving San Diego to move to Victorville, I'm not calling you. I'm calling a psychiatrist for them because something's wrong. I'm just saying.
Anyways,
just
where would
I
you
love
go?
you, Victor. I actually just sent a referral to Victorville. Funny coincidence.
There it is.
But they're coming down here. All right, so number one thing I would do if I was moving to a new market is you're going to need to learn everything about this new city that you have just moved to. Why not put it all on video, right? You guys know we love video. We're huge proponents of video. We do our Media Mayor Mastermind where we teach everything we know about video. And actually, coincidentally, one of our attendees at our Media Mayor Mastermind recently, Candace Decker, moved from, she was somewhere up in the
Minnesota?
North Midwest. And she just moved down to Cape Coral, Florida. And she has done an amazing job of showcasing this cool new city that she has moved into and showcasing all the new things to do there and all the new restaurants there and all of this stuff, which is awesome because she's got to learn about this stuff anyway. She might as well put it on video. And the cool thing is she literally doesn't know anything about these places going into them. So the authenticity of her questions are so high because she really is learning it right there on camera. It's very genuine. And it's leading to some really cool videos that are very, very engaging. So I would do that and do that consistently. You might as well learn your community and you might as well do it on video, right? Capture it all on video. One of the things we learned from Gary Vee is document, don't create. Like document you learning about your community, just do it all on video. And if she moved to Cape Coral, Florida, she's probably not the only one moving to Cape Coral. There's a lot of other people who are thinking about relocating Florida. I think we talk about the list from U-Haul of where it is that people are moving to. I think Florida's top 5, if not number 1 on that list. A lot of people are going there. They love that there's no state tax, and they have some pretty amazing weather there. So she is cataloging or chronologing her journey. It is. Google that shit. And she's putting all of that on video, and it's been really cool. And so what that does is it establishes her. People don't know that she's brand new, but now they get to know her, and they get to know more about their community, all while it's happening on video. So people in a new market, if they don't know who the hell you are, they're not going to work with you. So now she's getting people to know, like, and trust her. And those are the 3 most important things that have to happen before somebody will work with you. So that would be number 1 on my list.
Okay.
Number 2 on my list is to join a lot of organizations in this new community. Just dive in. Join like 10 different organizations. Find the ones that maybe don't join them, but go to some meetings, right? Like feel them out and see what's right for you. But that would be things like a chamber of commerce. That would be like a young professional network. That would just be hopping on Meetup and finding different meetups that are centered around hobbies that you're into. Like Candace likes boating, right? They got a boat and they're cruising around all these little channels and stuff. Like there's probably some boating meetups.
And also there's a lot of like nationwide organizations that you may be a part of where you currently are and that you can get connected with later. So YMCA, Boys and Girls Club, they're always looking for people to help. People for their board. So that's another great place to go to.
Yeah, there's people that like to play Dungeons and Dragons. Like, I mean, there's meetups for everything. So
that's a jab at Tom for those that didn't watch last week's episode.
So find these different groups and get as involved as you can with these groups. Because you're going to find people that have similar interests to you. This is one of the best ways to get to know people. And as you get to know them, they get to know that you're a realtor. Well, there you go. That's, again, getting to know, like, and trust people. Third thing that I would do is I would dive head first into open houses. I think that whether you're a brand new agent in general or a brand new agent or an experienced agent in a brand new area, open houses is the way to go. Why? Because you get to put your freaking name and your brand all over the place. Like, we're getting ready to launch this billboard campaign that costs thousands and thousands of dollars. Well, you could put open house signs up all over the place for $0, right?
You just got to buy them once.
It's a one-time investment into some really nice open house signs, some frames, some flags, stuff like that. Maybe you spend $1,000, but you could use those over and over. I mean, you could use those multiple times a week.
For years.
Yeah, for years and years and years, right? So I'm a huge fan. If you're moving into a new community, just go hard, or ham, as they like to say, hard as a mofo. Go ham with open houses and do open houses every opportunity you get. I would literally be doing open houses 4 times a week. Whether I'm a new agent or an experienced agent in a new community, just go ham. Just do tons of open houses, because what it's going to do is it's going to get your name and your brand in front of people consistently. And the other thing it's going to do is get you in front of people consistently, right? You're going to constantly start meeting new people. And one, you want to meet new people because you need friends, right? You're in a whole new city. But these people that you get to meet, you're going to build relationships with them. And then you nurture those relationships, and those relationships turn into transactions. So I'd be doing these open houses, signs all over the place, but then I would utilize those open houses as an excuse to go do additional things, like go door knock the neighborhood. Now, if you're in Florida, door knocking in like July, August might be a little rough, but this time of year is a fantastic time of year to go door knock, right?
What time of year is that? You got to make it evergreen, Kyle.
Oh, well, in the late winter, early spring is a fantastic time to door knock in Florida. But door knocking Florida in the middle of summer is got to be one of the worst things in the world.
Yeah.
Because it is hot and humid, and it's going to rain and thunder on you, and then it's going to be sweating in the rain. It's terrible. But door knocking, and then I would also, leverage running social media ads around those open houses, and then circle dialing around those open houses. And that, if you're not familiar with circle dialing, is where you put a pin on a map, draw a circle a half mile, a mile around it, and gather all the phone numbers for everybody in that area, and then call and text everybody in the area and let them know about your open house, engage in conversation, invite them to come by. So
before we get into that, what are some tools you can do to get circle dialing numbers?
Yes, we use a service called Cole, C-O-L-E, Cole Realty Resource, C-O-L-E, Cole Realty Resource. And that can grab home phone numbers, cell phone numbers. It can even grab email addresses. So if you want to, you wanted to run an ad at people, you could maybe make a custom audience with that list. Talk to Facebook. I don't know if that's compliant or not, but that's between you and them. I didn't tell you it's okay, but I told you that's a way to do it. But you get in trouble. It's Brian's fault. It's Brian's fault. Brian made me say it.
Well, okay, so sue the company I work for.
Red Tie Photography is his company name. So that would really be my advice. Is number one is
Video.
Shoot video, get to know the community, become the media mayor of your community, and you're going to learn about the community one way or another. You might as well do it on video and get people to know, like, and trust you. Number two is join a lot of organizations and meetups within the community. Chamber of Commerce, Young Professionals Network, meetups, DungeonsandDragons.com. I mean, whatever you're into, join all that stuff. And find the ones that are a fit for you. And then number three is just go ham on open houses. Signs, door knocks, circle dials, social media ads, and just do these opens over and over and over again. Get to know everybody in the community. And now they start to see, like, holy crap, this girl, this guy, they hustle. Like, these guys are putting in work. They see your signs out almost every single day. That shows them that you're willing to work. And for all they know, those are all your listings. You got listings all over the place. Even though you might not have any listings, you might just be holding other people's listings open. But perception is reality. And the perception is you have a lot of listings in the area, even though none of them are yours, because people don't follow the signs every time. They just see the signs every time. And they start to think that you've got a new listing here and a new listing there and a new listing there. And they're like, man, this girl, this guy knows what's up. And now they work with you.
So I know you're big into farming.
Yeah.
How long after you move into a new area do you start farming? Do you start at day one? Do you give it a year to kind of learn the lay of the land? What do you do?
I would not start farming literally day one, because you got to get to know the community. You can only know so much about a community, having visited a few times or having researched online. You really don't know the community till you live there for a few months. So I would spend the first few months really just getting to know the lay of the land, finding out who the players are, finding out, what are the areas that you want to be in and who's living in those areas, and understanding demographics, finding out turnover rates, competition, all of that stuff before I really dove in. So I would say at least 3 months to really figure that stuff out. And then I would start, ramping it up. And I think we've done some podcasts. We can link up to it in the show notes on, farming 101, 201, all of that stuff.
So you mentioned competition. Say you're an agent that's been in the business 2 to 4 years, right? You've got some experience under your belt. You worked at a brokerage before. You move. Do you look at your competition? Do you join your competition? Do you go keep with your same, brokerage? What would you recommend?
So if I'm an experienced agent and I'm moving into a new
Experience
market,
means 5 or 6 plus years.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm joining a team.
Okay.
But if I'm a newer agent, I'm just starting out within a team in a new market. Like if I move to a new market, I'm not joining a freaking team.
Correct.
But if I'm probably 2-3 years in the market and maybe done 10 or 20 transactions, I would start on a team in a new market.
Now, would you join the team that has high producers?
Yes, I would find the top 5 teams in that area, and I would interview all 5.
Cool.
And I would find out which one is a fit for me. And I would interview them as much as they're interviewing me. And if they're not interviewing me, I would leave.
Cool.
If they're not asking questions about who I am, what makes me tick, what are my goals, if they're just like, we do this, and 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 we, like, not you, then I'd be concerned.
I feel like that's a whole nother podcast, is how to interview a team. But that's we'll add that to the list.
Cool. So what we like to wrap the show up with is what is known as our Whissel Widget of the week. This is something that we're utilizing in our business to save us time, make us more money, help us have more fun, or just generally make a difference.
Yeah.
So Brian, what is your widget of the week?
So my widget is geared for photographers or people out there that have cameras with removable lenses. And this is a tool to help get cleaner images. So if you've ever looked at images online, and as you scroll through them, they always have black dots up in the blue sky, and they're always in the same spot or along the, wherever it's white, and you see these black dots. They're always in the same spot. I use this little guy here. It's called a rocket blower. They're like $10. And what you do, you're going to want to look up a YouTube video before you do it, because you don't just want to shove it in your camera and rub it around. But you use the little blower function to get the dust out of your sensors. So I just noticed I had a sensor spot on my camera. I've got to clean it out. Otherwise, I'm photoshopping out every single image, and it's a pain.
All right. My widget is something that I love to use. We just talked a lot about open houses. This is something I like to use at my open houses to separate us from the competition. I also like to use this when I go on listing presentations and buyer consultations as a leave behind. It's a guide that really establishes us as an expert. And what it is this is they have buying and selling guides. So there's a selling your house and a buying a house guide. And these come from a company called Keeping Current Matters, keepingcurrentmatters.com. If you guys have ever been to Tom Ferry events, or a lot of other people have this guy, Steve Harney, at their events. He's known as the Oracle of real estate. This guy knows real estate as good as anybody out there, and really is on top of the charts and the graphs and the trends and everything that's happening. And these guys create a lot of killer material to make you look like a badass, so you don't have to go compile all this data. They compile it for you and then give it to you in a very easy to digest manner. And one of the things they give you is a buying guide or a selling guide. And these guides are, I don't know, they're 15, what is this one? 20 pages. So you got this nice 20-page guide that they put together.
Full color.
And then on the back, you just pop your contact info on. And now you are the person who just put this killer 20-page guide together. And that really separates you from the competition, because especially at open houses, a lot of agents, all they're giving out is a MLS sheet. And I've been in this industry half of my life, and I still can't read a freaking MLS sheet. Those are like hieroglyphics to a buyer. Quit giving buyers MLS sheets. Give them something nice, which we've talked about Cloud CMA, I believe, in the past. But in addition to Cloud CMA, which gives them info on the house, give them one of these handy little buying or selling guides. They will remember you're the person with this really nice book, where everybody else is just giving them an MLS sheet. And it's all about differentiation. We run a conference series called Be Different. And that's what it's all about in this industry. If you want to be better than other people, you need to be different than other people.
Those come out quarterly. You can customize the colors, all sorts of stuff.
Yes, sir. Cool. So that's what we got for the show today. Hopefully you got a lot of value out of it. If you have questions you would like to have answered on a future episode of the show, go to thewhisselway.com. Again, you can join the Facebook group and ask questions. You can subscribe to the podcast, the YouTube channel, get on our referral network so you can get all of our people moving out of the area, and find out about upcoming events like our Be Different conferences and our Media Mayor Mastermind events. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. We will talk to you next week.
See you guys.
Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.